think we fixed ourselves. There we go. Am I back? Here, you should be able to hear me better now. Hopefully you can hear me better. Now you can probably hear me better. Hey Roxanne, can you come closer to me, please? I'm back? Sweet. Roxy, can you come closer? Over here, please. Closer. Finishing my drink too. It snowed today, but you missed the snow because of work. It didn't accumulate really. Spring snow. Okay, I guess that works. It's been a long weekend. There was one time 10 years ago, I kept switching between snow and sun every 10 minutes. I've had a few days like that in Salt Lake City. It was wild. Should have chugged that drink just now. Oh man. I got something to eat tonight, just barely. I don't know how I'm going to do any of this the next couple of days. Very tough weekend. Also got to remind myself, like, Long Beach isn't like the burbs. You know, like Orange County, for example. It's kind of dense. So I was like kind of, felt like me being homeless was very much on open display today. It made me feel kind of weird. Your MAGA coworker talked about all the taxes you guys pay in Illinois. Yeah. Yeah. donor state. But if Illinois and Connecticut and Massachusetts and California and New York and Washington and Oregon can carry this country, least we can do is get to say where the money goes. You mentioned that last night, Julia, that you were thinking about applying to jobs. Sorry, car pulled in, turned around, leaving. I'm always sick. Honestly, I always feel extraordinarily sickly these days. Like, it was like high 70s again today, and I wore a sweater all day. All day. Just like, in general, I'm no longer healthy. We crossed that line at some point. I'm not on TikTok anymore. I received 2 messages this weekend from people telling me that there's someone going around saying that, like, I shouldn't get any help until I come back to TikTok. Like, I'm just not on TikTok anymore. No one quit anything. Just, I'm not on the platform anymore. And that's not going to change. You keep tapping the screen. Yeah, this whole thing might come crashing down, honestly. Like, this is kind of like there's nothing really I can do to fix it, so. We're facing a cell phone. loss this week. It's gonna be just a really tough week. I can't believe no jobs have gotten back to me. I can't believe a lot of things. I'm hoping I just hang in there. Maybe in a couple of weeks, people will be like, "Oh, I hope he's doing okay," and they'll look me up on YouTube. But that may never happen. I don't know. I think the thing that sucks is that YouTube really relies on long form and short form to really help you boost yourself up and kind of get an audience, get to where you want to be. It was like pulling teeth just to do the short form that I dropped on YouTube Shorts today, and I had to use McDonald's Wi-Fi to do it. It's only gonna get worse. FIFA was canceling hotel rooms. Yeah. The United States of America is just not a good country right now. Me too. I'm in disbelief at the timeline we're on. Complete disbelief. She's hanging in there. She's getting a little nap in right now. I think she's feeling safe. I think she's kind of getting comfortable with this area. She kind of knows what position she wants to be in and where she wants to be facing. Sounds good, Julia. Welcome into anyone else that's there. We're just chatting tonight. Trying to stay warm. There's little spidery things that keep on getting on my phone. I think they keep on falling down from the tree above me. Sounds good. We're gonna be in a little bit of a pickle starting tomorrow. I don't know how this week's gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to pull off. I also don't have the confidence any longer that, like, even if I get something on Tuesday, like, am I gonna have the support to keep it going? All that stuff is now kind of racing through my mind, and yeah. Just trying to make it to tomorrow. We are gonna go until things are getting really tight here, so bear with me. We're gonna go until I am down to 25%. That's where we're at. So 3% to go. And then I gotta hop off. Skunks again for another night. I haven't seen any babies here. That's good. I would like to avoid the babies. The adults kind of generally understand that when they start getting close to you and they can smell you out, they gotta kind of just adjust the direction that they were heading. Especially if you make some noise, it kind of scares them away. The babies don't know what the fuck's going on yet, so those are the ones that I'm pretty terrified of, is the little baby skunkies. Sunday night here is much quieter. It's been bopping the last few nights. Tomorrow I'm gonna go check in. And that's gonna require me to go close to the ocean. Basically at the ocean. I'm going to a parking lot right by the beach. My other option, yes, hopefully everyone should be settling back in for work and school. I mean, it's almost 8:30. Yeah. My other option is go to the multi-service center. That's like really far from where I'm at. Live from the ocean. I mean, I guess I could kind of, not really. Like, I have all my things with me, you know. Like, I'm trying really hard to find opportunities, but the other issue too is if I go live, like, I'm just gonna burn my battery. This is all I have left. My laptop is basically dead. I've got like 8% left on the laptop. And I've got this, 28%. So they were out shopping today. Yeah, Well, that's been the hard part. Is like before, like I could kind of have a little bit of confidence that maybe like, hey, if I gotta spend tonight or tomorrow night outdoors, but usually by the third night, someone wants to step in and make sure I get a shower. But that's not the case anymore. So I gotta start watching this, the battery life here. Make sure Roxy's doing okay. $128. That's why I haven't said anything to anybody anywhere. Not including deposit. Hi, Moxie. I assume that, Julia. I want you to take care of yourself. Keep an eye on your mental health. Yeah. It's so tough. Like, I really enjoy getting housed. It's very comforting. It makes me feel a little bit safer. It's nice to be able to like throw something in the microwave and get food. It's all of that. Me not being in Long Beach sets me back though. It does. And I know we've had this conversation in the past, but watching hockey, yeah, Moxie, we're doing this just every night, just trying to stay in there. What's I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know if this thing's charging my phone. How's it going down more in battery? Man, this is tough. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the hockey game, Moxie. But yeah, not being in Long Beach has really set me back, and the reality is, like, I can't go to the lien auction and then do, like, that is a lot of bus rides to and from, and a lot of opportunity for a lot of mistakes that leave Roxy in a bad place, and Roxy can't go more than like a couple of hours right now without needing to go to the bathroom. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do any of this week. Yeah, no, you're right. I just, like, most of my days have been troubleshooting, trying to figure out how I can do this. The reality is tomorrow we're fine. Someone wants to reach out later or something like that in the next few days to help, that's cool. But, like, regardless, tomorrow if I just walk to go check in, it's all good. And it saves me hours and hours of walking. Hours and hours of walking to get to the MCU. So TikTok, I have Twitch, and then we're working on YouTube. But the reality is TikTok was never really monetized. I got some campaign dollars but I never hit 10,000. The weird stuff that was always going on with my account always prevented me from ever really getting above like 6,500. So TikTok was never really monetized. I just got gifts from people every week. So on Wednesdays I would get, something $9-10, and then I would get usually like $1.50 to $2 in like TikTok promotions. So I definitely lost an income stream, but like not really like not that much. I never got to the point where I was getting paid for views. Yeah, Twitch right now. Moxie. I don't have any better solutions for myself right now. I really don't have any better solutions. This job market is just fucking complete ass. And I'm tired of it. I'm also just really tired of yeah. Like submitting a job application with a referral no longer feels like, oh man, I'm gonna get an interview. It feels like, oh, now someone might actually look at my resume. That's all it feels like. And that's like best case scenario, me being super optimistic. So I think with the loss of TikTok, it just needs to be YouTube. And then drive that traffic over to here. That's just got to figure out a way to make that work for myself. So same concept. But right now, this is the only place I'm monetized, so. Well, I mean, I think you already do that, Moxie. I think you watch my videos. That's all. I can't go live over there. It takes up too much bandwidth. The internet at these motels is never strong enough for me to dual stream, and yeah. So I need to make more videos. I need to make better videos. The biggest thing that I need to do that will solve all of my problems, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, whether it's possibly getting employed, I need to get healthy. And I no longer see a clear path for me to do that. That's like the number one most important thing, is I need to figure out a way to get mentally healthy. So that's really where my focus is. I just can't figure out how to do it. I'm so confused because it's stuck in the red. I mean, I've been doing it now since 2021, so, and I have OCD, so. I'm also trying to decide if I want to get closer to downtown this week after I try to do what I can on Tuesday. The issue with downtown is Long Beach is not an easy place to be homeless. Long Beach homeless have a reputation, and that reputation kind of comes from downtown. But the reality is that's where most of the best of like meals and everything is all over there. But I don't think the things in the wagon are staying with me for very long if I go that direction. You've enjoyed the friends that you've made at your dog park most days over your forever friends? I get that. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do about this. The reality is I have one resource here that I can kind of tap into. So it helps me once a day. It's so far from everything else. Moxie, I'm in Long Beach. I walked from Orange County to Long Beach on Friday. And I've pretty much been here since yesterday afternoon. I bounced around a little bit on late Friday evening, and then I bounced around a little bit yesterday morning. But today I was just so beat, I stayed here. There's a McDonald's like a mile away. I went there twice. I didn't intend to go the second time. Unfortunately, when I went to go get a meal at the place I'm trying to get meals at, it was a different security guy than was here yesterday, and he wouldn't watch my things or my dog, and yeah, I couldn't really find anyone that looked trustworthy. I asked like 2 people, I think. Maybe 3, for sure 2. But they were in such a hurry. People just want to eat and go up and move on. But I got there like 15-20 minutes before they were done serving dinner, and that was on me for taking too long. Earlier. I always know too to add like an extra 10-15 minutes an hour to my ETA when I look up an ETA, walking ETA on my maps, because the wagon slows me down, the dog slows me down. Navigating through intersections with the dog and the wagon is extraordinarily challenging. So but yeah, without, like, I've never really relied on all the support or anything. Like, I think in the back of my mind, I know that someone will help me out on occasions and things like that, but it's just really changed things, the volume of people that I'm not going to be able to say hi to anymore and things like that. I couldn't be trapped in the middle of just wherever with no resources, so I brought Roxy and I to a location where I knew that there were resources. At least a little bit of a ham with some food. So and then we'll check in tomorrow, and then I'm gonna figure out a way to do the auction on Tuesday, I think. Hopefully that all works out for us, and maybe the YouTube thing kind of ticks in, and like, I don't know, and then we can start picking up the steam again. I don't know how it all work out, but yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna do. She's hanging in there. She's really, really tired. She's really, really tired. She's out right now. Night, Julia. It's been a long weekend. Anyone got anything fun coming up this week? Oh, Julia's taking some time off. It's almost beat the average today. Nice. Just work for you, Moxie. Nice. Busy season. Until July. Spring and summer expo months. What are my thoughts on lead capture? Meaning your salespeople stink. I mean, as long as you have a reliable source. I'm not a salesperson though. So no marketing manager wants marketing to go capture. So I'm assuming within the context that we're discussing lead generation from your events, right? Or is the problem being that your salespeople are not converting the leads that are being generated when you guys go table and do events and things like that? Is that the issue you're having? Both. So essentially, no one's converting leads. So because no one's converting leads, the marketing team's like, well, we're done spending money sending people places to get you names and numbers and email addresses. I've seen that a lot of places. And this is exactly the reason why I have worked my last sales role of any kind ever. They're not even bothering to capture them. Yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah. Why would you bother? You're going to waste 5, 10, 15K flying someone out somewhere to go set up shit at an expo hall and try to network and do shit. It sucks to pull 100, 200, 300 names and none of those get converted. Makes the budget look bad too. Bad. Yeah, these are the things that I've maintained a very, very, very strict no sales job role pretty much since like my sophomore year, junior year of college. I broke it for New York Life. I will never break that rule ever again. And these are the types of problems that I just don't want to deal with. Oh yeah, it's not your problem. It's also why I like being an event person. I can tell them it's not my fucking problem, and it actually is not my fucking problem. And you know what's funny is I'm starting to settle in with my Wednesday appointments being a regular thing lately. I'm starting to settle in with the fact that I might not be a nice person anymore. I've kind of spoken about it in previous lives over on TikTok, but I'm kind of okay with it. Like, if you gotta like be willing to be patient with me for like a live or two before you kind of get into it and like really get to know the real me, that's okay, because it probably means you're gonna stick around a little bit. I'm trying to look at the bright side of this, but there's a really, really good chance that the narcissism over at the insurance company just was the last straw I could take. Yeah, business development problem, SOP problem, expectation problem, 1, 3, 5 year plan problem, 90-day review problem, all those things. I'll tell you though, when I was my last successful, I've had a number of sales roles throughout my life. One of my more successful ones was when I was an intern working on youth development for the AAA baseball team in Salt Lake City. We had this thing called the Knothole Club. And like, basically it was a season ticket for your kid. But you bought it, it was $20. It wasn't even $20, it was like $18. It was some ambiguous number. And you got a ticket to a game for your kid, a t-shirt, you got invited to like youth activities to meet the players. You had to do all these things for $18, and then whenever you and the family wanted to come to another game, it was $5. So if mom and dad wanted to sit behind home plate for $45, cool. If they have 3 kids that were like a part of our youth program, their kids sit next to them for $5 a piece, even though the seats are $45. So there's a lot of cool, really cool benefits. But it was like $18. I don't even think it was $18. It wasn't 20. It was a good deal. I was an intern, and our job was, I had 2 co-interns. We just had at the table before the game, and then moved the table inside. We would sell them outside of the ballpark. If we were fortunate to capture anybody before they made it to the box office, they could use their voucher to get their ticket for that day, and they wouldn't have to pay for their kid beyond signing their kid up for the, and then they could come back over to us and redeem their shirt if they bought it at the box office. So it was kind of like they had to come see us if you joined at any point in time. The point is, it was like a sweet deal for families, and especially in Utah where you got Mormon families that have 4, 5, and 6 kids at home. They're looking for bargain opportunities to try to get their kids out of the home and do family activities that don't like absolutely wreak havoc on their bank account. We broke the company record, and Larry H. Miller bought that baseball team in like the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. He bought that team a long time ago. We broke all the records of all the youth programs he ever developed. And the craziest thing is it was a minor league baseball team that had an inside and an outside sales team and a corporate sales team. And those three teams combined didn't even get to 15% of what their three little baby interns did. They had an intern from BYU, an intern from UVU, and an intern from the University of Utah. And broke all the records selling like 5,000 or 6,000 memberships or something like that over the course of the season. And you had all these people with bachelor's degrees working the phones, and they sold like 750. So that job and looking at the numbers and like all that stuff at the end of that, yeah. Oh, interns are solid. I think for a lot of people, and I think this is why I found success with the Jazz and with Amazon so quickly and so early. I think a lot of people just like think like you go to college and like that's the journey, and once you go to college, you get this. That's my impression of sales dudes. Also, a sales dude's just a narcissist and shirt and tie. Can we stop requiring those individuals to have educations? You graduated from high school. Congratulations. You know how to be a narcissist enough to work a sales job on the phone. Okay. I gotta wrap this up. I'm at 25%. And this phone's almost dead. Twitch uses a lot more battery power. Yeah, guys. I need to figure out a charging situation here really quick, or it's gonna be game over. Yeah, I'll try to, or figure it out, or at least try to stay active a little bit in Discord when I can. I'm not feeling too great right now, so I really don't want to be like seen nor heard anymore, so it takes a lot out of me just to get a video or two posted or do an hour live every day. I'd really rather just not exist right now. Just being frankly honest with folks. But I'm doing the best I can to hang in there. So but yeah, I'll keep trying to do what I can. I need to find some power tonight. I don't think we're gonna make it too far. And get you guys hopefully some updates tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to check you here in a little bit. I gotta get moving. I have an idea of maybe a place where I can at least get a little bit of juice on this battery pack for 20 minutes here really quick. Yeah. But hope everyone has a good night, and hope everyone has a great start to the work week out there. I don't have any other videos dropped on YouTube tonight, but I'll try to see what I can do maybe later on the day tomorrow. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good night. Thanks again for popping in and saying hi, everybody. Great catching up, Moxie. Julia, if you watch this on review later, I hope you had a good night, got some rest. Nice to see you as well, okay girl. And everyone have a good